Hi, Professor Del Sario. This is Tara Kingsley, and I'm reporting to you live from the Temple or Rishon. Today is February the 8th, and I am out here at about 1:15 in the afternoon. I wanted to come back by here because I you were very correct, I did not read properly the instructions for my video shoot, and I wanted to come back out and film something else, or film another shoot. So at any rate, I interviewed Mary, who was the director of the they actually have a Hebrew school here, and she's also she's the director of the Hebrew school, and then she's also the director of the synagogue, or the temple. And she was nice enough to walk me around and share with me the plethora of information and just the different things that they have here at this Jewish temple. One of my favorite things was the little tiny scrolls that they have encased in a little, I don't really know even what to call it, like a placard, I guess, on each door. And I cannot remember the Jewish name of what that's called, but it starts with an M. Oh, shoot. Well, at any rate, inside of it is a little teeny tiny scroll that has part of the Torah on it. And as the members of the temple come through each door, they'll touch it and kiss their hand, touch it, and just in remembrance of the laws that God gave to Moses. Also, there is a light that burns that I know in my last video, the wrong video that I sent, it's a light that hangs above the case where the Torah is actually kept, and it actually signifies the light of God and the Spirit of God, the continuous light that it is. It used to be in oil, but now they have different light bulbs so that the lights never run out. So they can always change the lights, and the light never is turned off. It's always on, and it signifies the Spirit of God in the temple, synagogue. They also have a board on the wall that I didn't show in the last video, but I can tell you about it. And it basically there's lights by every single placard that's on the wall, and it's of people that belong to this temple that have passed away. And so what they have is the American calendar, I guess. I know it's American, the solar. No, oh my gosh, how funny! I can't even think of what it's called. It's basically the not the lunar calendar. That's funny that for some reason that name has escaped me. It's just the regular calendar that we go by here in America. And then also the date of the lunar calendar, which is what Jewish people go by in the Jewish calendar, the date that they've passed. And so each year when that date comes, there's a little light next to it that they light up in remembrance of those people. And it's really just a really neat tradition, I think, that honors the people that used to serve and be at the synagogue. Another thing that I did get to do, which was really, really, I just feel like it was an honor for me to even be able to attend. My daughter and I got invited to one of her friends that she's known for 4 years, her bat mitzvah. And a bat mitzvah is like a rite of passage for Jewish children. When they're 13, it's basically, the only way I can even describe it is it's like a wedding without a husband. Because it's such, there's so much, it's steeped in tradition. I mean, it took her about 10 months. My daughter sees her and does stuff with her all the time, but for 10 months, she did not get to see her at all because she studied Hebrew. She had to learn how to read and speak Hebrew, and it was really neat. That was one of the things they do during the bat mitzvah. I couldn't take video of the bat mitzvah because that's just not appropriate. But we got to watch her read through the Torah. She chanted through the Torah. She actually got to roll the Torah up after she was done reading in it and wrap it all back up, and its case is just beautiful. It's like I know that you saw it in the other video. she got to wrap it back up and hold it, and she danced throughout the whole worship center, and you know, people that were Jewish reached out and touched it, and it was a really it was a very honoring thing that I felt very honored that I was even invited to come and share that special time with her. But at any rate, so I did talk to, after the bat mitzvah, the actual ceremony, they had a sit-down lunch in the worship center. And during that time, I got to talk to a couple different Jewish people that are members of this, this temple. And one of the things that really shocked me was the fact that they do not believe in Jesus as the Messiah. They don't believe in the New Testament at all, and they don't believe that the Messiah has come yet. And I found that really interesting. I honestly, I'm almost embarrassed to even admit that, but I had no idea. The other thing that I found really interesting is the fact that they are I guess it's an interfaith temple. So Maddie's father is Christian and her mother is Jewish. So they go to this they go here. So her father's allowed to come here and is a part of this temple because of her mother. So they accept intermarriage, and that you do not have to be Jewish to be a part of this temple. So one other thing I really liked about the architecture is that right there, that is a big ginormous menorah. I don't know if you can see it on the outside of the building. It's located on Hazel Avenue, so the traffic is pretty intense. People are funny and honking at me. Let's see. There was different artwork in there inside the synagogue. I know that I sent you a shorter video. I have a longer video. I just am not really sure if you're going to want to watch the 15-minute video and then this 8-minute video. So at any rate, their music is, I'm going to add music to this video so that you'll be able to experience a little bit of the Jewish music. After the bat mitzvah, going back to the bat mitzvah, after that bat mitzvah, we had the lunch here, and then we went home at like 2 o'clock. It ended about 2 p.m. on Saturday, and then there was a full-on sit-down dinner, like a wedding reception dinner. It started at 5 o'clock at the Lake Natoma Inn in Folsom, with dinner, full bar, wine, champagne, I mean everything you can imagine, a huge dessert bar. It was amazing. It was absolutely one of the most, that was a really great experience, and I'm really glad I got to share that with my daughter. So at any rate, lastly, the thing that I learned about this temple or Rishon is that it's a Hebrew. Temple is the temple, but or Rishon, the or is Hebrew for the word first, and Rishon is Hebrew for the word light. So the actual name of this temple is the Temple First Light. So at any rate, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video.